kitchen again. This is Eva, and today we're going to make chicken legs with chicken thighs, which I took the skin off, I washed them, and I put salt and pepper on, and I let them stand for about an hour. To do this dish, this is called Kokkinisto. That means chicken with a red sauce. Now you can do it over rice or over spaghetti, noodles, whatever you like. To do this dish, we need 1 medium onion, we need a couple of cloves of garlic, salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and tomatoes. Now I like to use tomatoes. If you don't have tomatoes, you can use a cup of tomato juice, for cooking tomato juice. Now these tomatoes, for me, are there from my garden. I washed them in the summertime and I put them in the freezer. So now I took the skin off and they're ready for cooking. I'm going to chop them up fine and I'll cook my supper with it. Now this is olive oil. I got my pot on, which is on. It's a little bit hot. You just put not a lot, maybe 2-3 tablespoons of oil. So you take the chicken, which is already washed, salt and pepper, and drained, okay? And I like to take the skin off. If you don't like to take the skin off, that's fine, but it's more healthy with the skin off. Got my chicken inside my pot. I turned it a couple of times, and it's already fried, okay? So now it's all ready for me to put the rest of the stuff. So I'm going to put about a half a glass of wine. Doesn't matter if you put wine or red, okay? Then I'm going to add my garlic. I'm going to add my onion and the salt and pepper. Okay? Okay. Then I'm going to cover it and I'm going to let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then I'm going to dice my tomatoes and put them in and let them cook for a half an hour to 3/4 of an hour. When it's about ready, about 10 minutes before, I look at the sauce. Sometimes it gets, with the fresh tomatoes, it gets thickened by itself. If not, we're going to help it along with a little bit of flour or a little bit of cornstarch just to thicken the sauce. I got my tomatoes already chopped, so I'm going to put them in, okay? I'm not going to add any water at all or stock or anything, okay? I'm just going to put them in and I'm going to cover it and turn my stove to really low, so it will just be like a stew, more like a stew, but it will be, the sauce will be thick, the chicken will cook, and then we'll put them over rice. Now, the rice, I have a friend who she's from China, and she always told me a good way to cook the rice. The rice is cooked, 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of water, and I'm going to let it boil for about 2-3 seconds, okay? And then I'm going to take it out and wash it again, so that way you take away all the starch and the rice, it becomes more healthy, okay? And it's not as fattening. Our chicken had cooked for about 3/4 of an hour and it's ready. If you remember, I told you that I might thicken it, but my fresh tomatoes from the garden, they're so thick and juicy, it doesn't need to be thickened. But if you do have to thicken it, you just use a tablespoon of cornstarch or a tablespoon of flour. You dilute it and you put it in and you let it cook for about 5 minutes. Now my chicken is already, my rice is already. So you take a cup. And you fill it with rice and you press on it a little bit to make it uniform, okay? So you press it down like that, the rice, and then you put it on the plate so you get a little design, okay? So you take your chicken, which is already cooked in a beautiful sauce. I use a drumstick and I used the thigh, okay? 2 should be enough for 1 person, okay? So you serve it like this, and then you take a little bit of sauce and you put it over the rice and over the chicken, okay? And it's a beautiful dish. Everybody, I guarantee you, everybody's gonna love it. Now with this, I'm gonna serve it with, in the summertime when the peppers are really, really sweet and inexpensive, I buy them, I barbecue them, and then I put them in the freezer. So now I take them out, a little portion, I clean them up, I take out the seeds and everything, I put garlic, salt and pepper, and you just drizzle it with olive oil. It's the same with the broccoli. So this will go good with the broccoli. You drizzle it with olive oil, and then you use it with lemon juice. It's very, very nice. It's not fattening, and it's really good. And a nice salad, tossed salad, and a nice glass of wine, and you have a beautiful meal. Everybody's gonna love it, I guarantee you. Well, till the next time, Stiniasis.